Creation is all there is. Every moment is creation. Every thought, every action, every non-action. Look around, see creation. Look inside and be one with creation. Create where you are, as you are, with the soul's purpose to be free. This is a conversation inside my head as I visit with artists at work, in the studio, on stage, and at home. What is the connection between the artists and the tools they use to express? The connectedness to the divine and the discipline that is practiced to develop the creative spirit through personal discovery. The sublime path. What's the name of that instrument you play right there?
Omitar. Yeah, spelled, according to the original transcription, A-U-M-I-T-A-R.
That's an original piece? You created that yourself?
Yeah, man. It was, based on wanting to do something different, to reach for some different sounds. Omitar, yeah.
What got you into creating your own instruments? Is it, what's the inspiration or the motivation?
Well, I figured, that ultimately, man, and this may have something to do with being informed about, what happened traditionally on the continent, in India, and, other places like that, where people are still really deeply connected with a cultural tradition, and, cats will make their own instruments. Part of being a musician, if you want to call it that, was actually, constructing your own instrument. And that made a lot of sense to me, because you as well as the instrument are conduits for an expression. And the more closely you are tied to your instrument, then the clearer the expression. It's an experience, because when you make an instrument, and there's so much that you discover about yourself and the actual nature of an instrument as an instrument itself. So there are things that you don't discover until you start actually engaging the process with this instrument, about the instrument having a character. It's a piece of wood. It's something that there's life energy in, and you start to discover a different, there are different sensibilities, different things about just this process of carving an instrument and working it, and putting it together. You come to a different level of respect with things that you just wouldn't have otherwise.
Could you tell us a little bit about what goes into that design, what went into it?
Yeah, well, okay, so preceding this instrument, I had uh, built an electric bass that I call the M bass. I don't even call it an electric bass, it's called an M bass. And the reason that I built that was that I had started out on an electric bass, switched to upright, and played upright for much longer than I realized in comparison to what I've been doing on electric. But as you know, as the situation would have it, I started wanting to play electric again. You know, there's something about it that I was familiar with that I needed to explore further than I had. So you know, so in doing that, I said, well, you know, if I'm going to play an instrument, it needs to meet my specifications. So I didn't want to go out there and buy something factory made and then have to make these adjustments. So, you know, I was like, let me just build it, and then it will be, you know, if there's something wrong with it, it'll be, you know, a reflection of the craftsman. You know what I'm saying? So and it gave me more latitude to work. So once I did that, and you know, the instrument came out pretty decent, you know, playable. I said, you know what, I want to build another instrument, but I want a different sound thing happening. So, meaning I didn't necessarily need it to be another bass instrument. I got, you know, I had the upright bass, I got the electric. I wanted something pitched at a higher frequency, you know, explore things in higher frequencies. And I realized how taken that I've been over time with the sound of certain Indian instruments, East Indian instruments. You know, so the sitar and the veena, you know, sarod, those instruments, and even, you know, the tablas, all of that. But there was a sound that for me was compelling, and you know, I said, well, so let me experiment with something that can approach that sound. You know what I'm saying? And still be familiar in terms of the actual physical structure of the instrument. So that's kind of the origins of this, and then it was, you know, it was just a matter of putting together everything that I had imagined could happen along those lines, putting it together in one instrument. So I'd always felt like, well, man, you know, I would like a 3-stringed instrument. You know, everybody, you know, people want like 4, 5, 6, you know, 12, 10-stringed instruments, and I'm thinking, you know, I want to see what can happen with 3 strings. There was something about 3 strings that attracted me, and so, you know, so that became clear. And then there was this whole kind of experimentation I wanted to do with subtler frequencies in terms of pitch. You know, so this instrument has a tuning fork at the top, and it resonates. The vibration runs through the instrument when you play the strings, and it because the vibration is running straight out, you get a kind of sympathetic resonance, you know, and so it gives it that, you know, for lack of a better term, it gives it that Eastern sound, you know. So that was, you know, I mean, there's a lot more in terms of like technically, you know, all that went into it. You know, I wanted to try my hand at building a pickup because I wanted the instrument to be electric in this particular case. And so I said, well, you know, I can go to the store and buy a pickup, but I was like, nah, let me see if I can build a pickup. I'd always heard about cats building pickups, you know. So I said, well, let me try my hand at it. It was quite it was an interesting process, man. It taught me a lot about myself in terms of patience and endurance and tenacity and all of those things that we need to develop but don't appreciate.
Master's way.
You know, yeah, I mean, there are things, man, that Actually, it taught me a whole lot about myself. In terms of engaging this process, just conceiving, just in terms of what potential we have as people. You know what I'm saying? That we don't ever explore because we're so conditioned to do this way. You want an instrument, go to the store. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's not. It's like we there's so much of ourselves that we're just completely disconnected from because we've assimilated into a culture that doesn't have a high regard for that. And I'm not trying to go in that direction.
That's understood.
I think it's important to realize that you as an individual, you as yourself, needs to know yourself as yourself apart from all the external influences. But knowing, one piece of a whole, right, and then and treating that independently of all the other parts certainly can't bring you to a knowledge of the whole. To me, it's better to just recognize the whole and embrace it, right? So it doesn't matter what the nature of creative expression, whether it's martial arts, whether it's music, whether you're writing, whether you're painting, whatever you're doing that is an expression of creativity. All those things are exactly the same. It's the same energy. They have a different display, in terms of how they're engaged, but the energy that drives them is the same. So there's no difference between playing a bass and doing a martial arts form.
It's technique and expression at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You are engaging a creative process, man. And so how is it, why does that differ depending on how you choose to give that creativity expression, because ultimately it's the same energy and the same person that is coming through, right? So how can you say then that this is different if it's the same energy that drives it, if it's the same individual that's the conduit for the expression, then where's the difference? You know, and I mean, just to kind of follow up on that quickly, because we're in a culture that is so commercially minded, right? Then things are developed. You know, it's like, oh, he's a martial artist, he's a painter, he's a musician. You know, but you can't be all of those things in this culture without it causing a problem, because the culture can't absorb that. It can't entertain that because it wasn't set up to do that. It can't appreciate it. I mean, in fact, it's like it becomes more of a, it's treated lightly rather than given serious attention, because it's like, well, how can you do all those things? Well, you're not doing all those things. You're doing one thing. You're being creative. But, I guess that's the consequence of, being in an environment, that where folks that do not have that orientation and that kind of, ability to embrace the wholeness of life, they control. You know what I'm saying? They're controlling this, and here we are in this, and so we conform to this, and then the next thing you know, we think that, that it is this. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't have a chance. We were bombarded, right?
Yeah, and we lost. I mean, we're lost, man, because we move in a direction that is counter to what is natural to our being. You know what I'm saying? Like, inside yourself what you would rather or how you prefer things to be. But because, that control has been kind of wrested from you, it's like you make the concession and you conform, and then you wonder why, you never quite feel like you're connected. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's become much more important to realize an identity that is not driven by interests that are external to me. And if you want to look at it on a spiritual level, it's like, so if you accept the ideology that says, okay, I'm connected to the Creator, and I'm an expression of the Creator, then for me, it's absolutely necessary to know what that connection is. Beyond everything else, beyond whatever anybody wants to define of what Creator means, what God means, or what forms of things that have been organized for you to supposedly go through to connect you to that. I'm thinking, well, by virtue of being, you're connected to that. So why don't you discover for yourself what that is?
It's the real life's purpose in it.
Yeah, I would think so, man. And we talk about creativity. I mean, how you gonna get more creative than a connection that you forge in a direct way with the Creator? But they'll tell you that you need to go to school and study this, emulate this person and that person, and then you may become creative. You know what I'm saying? It's like something's wrong.
This is definitely a different path. It's a different level of understanding and consciousness to even speak upon these things, because the path is not there for you. You have to discover it on your own.
To who does what belong? For whom do we rehearse this current round and sing along?
scared of all your dreams. Keep on pushing through the scenes. Visualize what you can be and you will be. Keep on going, yeah. Go your own way, you're the only, yeah. Keep on going, yeah. Go your own way, you're the only, yeah. Go away.
After me. Repeat after me.
Greetings, I'm Grandmaster Moreland from World Taekwondo and Hapkido Center. The purpose of martial arts is for total development of mind, body, and spirit. I started martial arts in 1966. I think it was during the Civil Rights Movement that we did martial arts to help get the community together. Places like Korea and Japan, Okinawa. I learned the martial arts and followed the trails of the great martial artist Murani, who was the founder of martial arts on the continent of Africa. So we studied the techniques and philosophies of the martial arts, which has a Buddhist background. So a lot of martial arts we see today are like on a commercial level. So we don't really see a whole lot of traditional martial arts like the monks practice. So I've had the opportunity to visit places like the Sangam Temple in Korea and train with the monks and do the temple stays and learn how the monks eat and how the monks live and the cultivation of the right spirit and the right teachings, the right thinking through the martial arts. The physical aspect of martial arts has its benefits, but the martial arts are designed to develop the whole person. Normally we think about martial arts and man being on a bilateral plane. You know, it's either mind and body, but man truly should be on a trilateral plane, mind, body, and spirit. So that's what the martial arts really is about. But it takes a person to get on that path, on that journey, to find the right reasons for why we do things. So martial arts, as now we're cultivating the spirit in the young people. Of course, the young people we consider to be the noble class of people. So if there's going to be any change in the world, it's going to be done through the young people. And the martial arts will give them that foundation as far as the physical training, the right attitude and right mindset for continuing on that journey. The discipline of martial arts, the science of martial arts is where we are now. I mentioned that we, at a young age, we did martial arts only on the physical side. But now we do martial arts and we think about it as a high ideal. My old teacher used to tell us that I'm going to teach you two ways. I'm going to teach you how to use the pen, and I'm going to teach you how to use the knife. The pen, he told us, was for reasoning with intelligent people. So the knife was for fools who we couldn't reason with. So, thinking of martial arts on a high ideal, we always took the high road first. And if need be, we took the low road. So the martial arts still today is about that same action philosophy. So the physical training is for cultivating the spirit, the right spirit for self-defense. Self-defense also is as much mental as it is physical. They're increasing their awareness. Good physical fitness is what the martial arts have to offer.
In church all my life. At the time I was a minister, ordained prophet, all that stuff, preaching, going places, but something was missing for me. What I was getting was not enough. It didn't answer all of my questions, and so I asked the Creator, for real, who are you? Not just this genie in a lamp that our praises rubs it and we get a blessing, and if we act up then we get a spanking and things get taken away, and I needed more. Yes, it's the ABCs of stuff. So I was riding on the bus one day and I heard very sweetly, I am what I do. I don't just heal, I am healing. I don't just save, I am salvation. And on and on and on and on. And after that, you know, I didn't have a car then. I was shoving and laying it. I would hear, I am this, I am that. And I would be writing stuff down my jeans and all like that. And so I compiled it, and this is the answer. And this is our thing. So I had him up there wasn't gonna work. So Cleveland, this is just to perfectly set the stage for you. And this is my offering of love to you on this evening. Because when I can't remember who I'm supposed to be, all I have to do is look at my twin spirit mirror and I can see myself. This is I am.
So be still and know that I am Yah. I am He that healeth thee. I am He that lifts thee. I am He that raises thee. I am He that carries thee. I am He that you lean on. I am He that you count on. I am He in the midst of the storm. I am He in the midst of the storm. I am He when it rains and pours. I am He when it rains and pours. I am He. 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 I am He.
awesomeness, ancient of days, all-knowing, all-seeing, awe-inspiring, abundance, answer, author, art, artistry, anointing, all that you need about you. I am be, belief, boldness, banner, blessing, beauty, balm, bulwark, bounty, breath, baseline. Before you I am care, compassion, character, confrontation, concern, cleansing, capacity, confidence, confidant, complexly simple, citadel, covenant, creation, celebration, calling you to my consciousness. I am the do, direction, deliverance, decency, depth, definition, defense, desire, discernment, discipline. Daddy, I am effectiveness, earnest energy, eradication, esteem, empowerment, embrace, excellence, eagle eye, existence everywhere, eternity, everlasting. I am fire, fortitude, forgiveness, faithful, faithfulness, more focus, finish your family, future, finish your favor, the flame over your soul forever, Father, for you freely yours. I am God, goodness, God, and glory, growth, giftings, gracious. I am holiness, help, height, help, healing, honor, high priest, your heartbeat, 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 heartbeat,
Heartbeat, heartbeat, I am your heartbeat. I am your heartbeat. I am your heartbeat. I am your
I am identity, integrity, intense intimacy, illumination, impartation, improvement, initiation, image in you. I am justice, judgment, joy, joining, jointing. I am king, kingdom, kinsman, king, cold, older, knowing you. I am, I raindrops of royalty, redemption, resurrection, rejoicing, roadmap, rule, reign, righteousness, remembrance, reproduction, recreation, restitution, reformation. I am sacrifice, your soul, shape, seed, and success, sincerity, subduement, service, spirit supporting you. I